Hello and welcome to this another video from Project Nigel. At the moment I am inside the caravan where it is dry, which is nice because it is wet out. Hang on a second. Oh, that's the first time I've seen that. There it is. An ever so slight leak. Considering the amount of rain we've had, that's not bad. Anyway, although it's rather late in the day for doing this kind of thing, I'm going to task myself to moving this caravan to where it will stay permanently down at the end here. It's a good idea, isn't it? It really is. And there isn't much to move out of the way considering, oh gosh, I didn't realise this car was actually so dirty. Oh dear, this really wants a clean up. Anyway, I still have an awful lot of binnable obstacles in the way, but it's time it was moved, because this ongoing issue of sorting the yard out has been going on for quite a while now, and I want some progress today. Now the plan would have been to wait till Boaty gets here next Monday and then we can move this caravan together, but that's nearly a week off, and the skip might need emptying in the meantime, and I've got cars parked up there that are in the way. Starting of course with this one. Nigel put her around the back on the street, that's the easy part. What about the Land Rover? Will that start today? I hope it will, because I'm going to need it. That's going to have to do the job. The other day this started first time when I put a bit of diesel in. Let's see what it does this time. No, it doesn't. Oh, the battery's flat now. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that. This needs a properly fully charged battery in its current condition, doesn't it? I suspect this is going to take a bit longer than first anticipated. So, Top Done to the rescue again. If only more manufacturers wanted to send me products that I could use every day. Go on. That's a hell of a lot of smoke. This one will no doubtedly not start either, and that one, and not too sure about that one. That's the Golf going, one quick with the jump pack. Yes, as expected, it did need a bit of help. I'm going to have to get some of these cars up the top end and leave them all day on charge, I reckon. Yep, not as simple as just driving it away. Right, the Golf is going up for sale for £950 if anybody's interested. Windsor Davis not completely flat, but will it? No. Wouldn't take much. Final one. That's dreadful. What's been going on in this car to cause so much mould? Anyway, this has been stood here the longest. And it works. Now I have cleared the path for this car, for this caravan to go down, and there is enough room to get that through that gap, but it's still going to be quite tricky because of how wide it is. So it wouldn't do any harm to just fling a couple of bits. This bit's going to be rather awkward, unassisted. Oh, it's got a I'll take that off, don't I? Be much easier in Fred the Shed because I can have the tailgate open. Can't do that with this one, and it's an automatic. After a couple of attempts, I think I've got it lined up enough to start dropping it down. All hooked up and almost ready to go. I think I should have another cup of tea first. And the time is only 20 to 2, so I should be all right. Dangerous part. Well, that's a bit bloody useless, isn't it? Half the problem is that the tyres are flat on the Caravan, and neither of them will stay full of air. Hopefully, it will be just a matter of where the wheels were seated before, and this time they'll stay up for a bit longer. Doesn't help when I can't see what I'm doing. Now, because what I have here is basically mud to drive through and getting no traction at all, and I went slightly too far one way and now I can't go forwards. So my only chance is going to be to release the Caravan and yank it to the side. By the way, both back tyres are flat again. If I unhook the Caravan though and then swing it over that way, then the hooky end is going to be over that way, and that's going to be too far, and then I'm relying on man strength to be able to push it. Best bet then is going to be to remove all of this stuff here and then just properly swing it over that way. Just got to accept there are going to be a few casualties in this job. Well, that's a lot of rubbish moved out of the way, and now see, there's no room for error here at all, and in actual fact I've got to drive the Land Rover effectively to the edge of the embankment there, where it could end up in someone's back garden. I wouldn't want that to happen. If only this was a four-wheel drive, it'd be easy then. I could just pull it forward. No obstacles that I forgot to move out of the way. Right, I'm about finished. I can't move it at all without four-wheel drive now. It won't go forward because there's just too much mud to contend with. I can't go backwards to move all of this stuff and that tree. I'm thinking the sensible thing to do now would be to give Senior Mustard a call, who has a Freelander with four-wheel drive. So we'll be able to just pull it up there. Even if he just pulled it up a bit, I could do it again. But yeah, I haven't got my sensible head on ever. What I'm going to do is use the gap that I have made on the other side and make another one here, properly opposite the van, and then hopefully I can make the correct manoeuvre. There's quite a bit of stuff to move though. Well, certainly one way to get warm. That's a lot of stuff shifted, and luckily that tree is somewhat dead, so the leaves, the branches just snap straight off. Here's hoping this is the last time I need to unhook it. To the rescue. And I've done it! Success at last. So now I think I deserve a lentil curry, and Senior Mustard deserves a meaty curry on Friday. All I've got to do now is fill this space back up with cars, and basically that's it. Our new sales office in place. Ideally, Auntie Sophie could do with being right up to the Caravan, because that's not going anywhere. But it's a bit too dark, isn't it, for tugging stuff around? Or is it? Yeah, it is really. Or is it? Not sure. No, I'll do that tomorrow.